Welcome back, Redeemers. My name is Zach.
안녕, 로입니다.
I'm Curtis.
Keith.
Welcome back, YouTube. I think this is going to YouTube. This may be going to the YouTube. So what's up, YouTube? How are you guys doing today? We love you guys. If you guys are here,
Always.
you guys should be subscribed. You guys should be commenting and liking and sending this to your friends.
Yes, you should subscribe and join our League of Legends.
That was crazy. Also, you guys should join that up there, that Patreon. We have a lot of fun stuff over there. We have a bunch of lives. We have runs. We have a lot of exclusive stuff that, YouTube blocks. And we want you guys to get the best. So head over there to the Patreon and check that stuff out. But today, you guys, we have... That was the wrong tab. Today, we have... Heartsteel, Paranoia featuring
BAEKHYUN, Tobi
Back. Yeah.
OG, and Cal Scruby.
this is a League of Legends song. Am I correct, Kurt?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, shout out to League of Legends. Without further ado, make sure y'all like. We're going to jump into this.
Speaking of League of Legends, man, Arcane Season 2 is coming out soon.
I have heard this.
I am excited.
If you guys are gamers, like this.
Two sides to a story, but they never tell my side. Never been the kind of guy to stay inside the guidelines. I know I'm the bad guy, I don't gotta ask why. If you try step to me, it'll be the last time. I got dirt on my name, 6 feet in the ground. I got people in my past try bringing me down. Say I'm losing my mind, I don't wanna be found. Grew up in the shadow, but I know they watching me now.
Paranoid, undergoing movies and pull up on it. I got trouble right behind me. Bite the bullet, certain times I single-handed. I'm gonna show you how to crush a pony. Every time you pop up, they hoping that you fall hard. They praying for the death of a rock star. Everybody hates it ever since you got more. They praying for the death of a rock star. They love it when you lost, boy. Now the low life at the top floor. Everybody hates it ever since you got more. They're praying for the death of a rock star. They talk about me, I forget to listen. At least I get the recognition. Heavyweight.
Nice.
Bars.
They're praying for the death.
off the rip, this definitely feels like loading screen music.
Yeah.
Like you about to choose your fighter or choose your player type music and everything like. Yeah, that's exactly what this feels like. I've never played League of Legends. It's not necessarily my type of gaming, but this is a cool video game song. I don't think this is available for download, but even if it was, it probably wouldn't be a download. Not even BAEKHYUN's singing. Like I said, it feels like a video game song. It doesn't feel like something I'm like really gonna like listen to or anything. It feels like loading screen music, like as soon as the game come on, type of music. So, but
That's not a bad thing though. Some
no,
of the
yeah,
songs
it's
are
not
most
a.
memorable.
I was about to say, yeah, some bangers we got, like that. But this just doesn't feel like I would listen to it outside of that, or you know what I'm saying. So, but I did like BAEKHYUN singing, especially it's all English and everything like that. These other guys, I think I've heard of OG. That's about it. Everybody else, I don't know. But I mean, BAEKHYUN cover. But yeah, Cal Scruby and Tobi and Heartsteel. I never heard of them. But this is still like a pretty cool, fun type of. The video really brought it to life, kind of what they were doing and everything like that, just riding out. It also looks like SSX Tricky or Crazy Taxi or some of them games that you play at the arcade or something like that. But those Y2K type of games. But yeah, as a song, it's cool. Like I said, it's not anything I'm too crazy over, especially after hearing. I think it's because of Gods, honestly. Wow. Gods is the one that kind of really set the bar for the League of Legends songs and everything. But even without comparing it to that, it's still it's just cool. It's not anything big. So
Definitely think the song is dope. Shout out to all the gaming companies, because I've noticed within the last year, whether it's K-pop over here, they're trying to get artists involved some way, somehow. That is very smart.
I think one of the headquarters is in SK, if I'm not mistaken.
This game is really popular.
Yeah,
over
as
there,
far as
so.
the bridging between kind of some
That's
of
fire.
those.
But just seeing artists interact with gaming companies is dope, especially when it works.
Because, not to cut you off, but it's not just League of Legends. Overwatch, about maybe 6 months ago, had a La Seraphim event where
Diablo had
they
sugar on
gave
there.
away, well, not gave away, but you could buy La Seraphim costumes for your characters. They had the song, I can't remember the name of the song, but it was actually on the list of that yesterday. Actually playing in the menu, and the characters will look like members of the Seraphim and things like that. So like they're definitely finding a niche, and they're finding that cosplay, anime, K-pop nerds are all the same.
Gaming and streaming, guys,
Right,
too.
they're all the
in there,
same. Bucket. So they're just like, hey, let's marriage this and make it easy.
It's an avenue for both. People who like the game will discover new artists, and people who like the artists will, have a way to check out the
But
games.
9 times out of 10, they're already the same people, and they're just trying to bridge the gap and maximize money, which is still smart.
It's
That's
great
also
marketing.
maximizing the money part. Me personally, business-wise, for some reason, I love these companies not putting the songs on streaming platforms, specifically because you're telling the consumer to go play the game. The song is in the game. Go look at the video actually on YouTube to see what the game is like. Possibly you make, ooh, I like this. Ooh, what is this? This looks fun. Maybe
That's a
I'll go
good point.
download it. They just got another
Because you have to
consumer.
naturally pair the song to the video to kind of
Exactly.
marry the. I see what you mean.
So I actually like that a lot business-wise, and I respect that because not everyone could do that. Sometimes these songs have to be on streaming platforms for, I don't want to say them specifically, but for some groups just to eat and just to grind, because who knows how much they got paid for this or how they're getting paid for this. So I love that, business-wise. But the song, I actually like it. Video is dope. I would definitely check out League of Legends. Is it a PC or console as well?
It is a PC game. It's not. So the way League of Legends works, it's not as exciting per se for me. I'm speaking for me. as the videos would allow you to believe, or even arcade. Like a lot of people went to League of Legends, especially after watching Arcade Season 1, thinking that that's what the game was going to be, and it's not.
Yeah, think of the difference between the Gods MV and this MV. It's the
Yeah.
same game, but they almost feel like two totally different.
Yeah.
And,
So
and,
Gods
and
feel-
even that, and even Gods is so far more grandiose than what the game actually is.
Yeah.
So I think League of Legends, to display or to explain it properly, is like a real-time event game where like you build your army in real time and you go against somebody else in real time. And it's a little bit more methodical. Once the action picks up, the action kind of does pick up, but it's getting to that point. It's not as fast-paced and grandiose as this.
Okay.
And I think that's what a lot of the people complaints lately were, because they would see stuff like Arcane or Gods or this and be like, yo, I can't wait to play it because it gives you energy and it feels so exciting. but to
That's what I
actually see the
mean.
game
Business-wise,
doesn't translate.
they're doing this to show y'all that the game is like this. So what are you guys gonna go do? You guys are gonna go buy a PC and then download this. And guess what? Haha, this is not that.
Yeah, even the anime and the aspect in the boxing ring and everything, the way they kind of shot that sequence looked like it was a comic book turn of a page and everything.
yeah, it
as
did.
far as bridging kind of some of those different mediums and art forms to kind of make it cohesive like that. But it definitely fit. I'm sorry, I didn't cut
Good.
you off today.
No. As far as me in the video, I thought the video was amazing visually. It definitely gave me video game vibes of like the story screen in between your actual gameplay, the cutscene. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Cutscene vibes. I love the mix of anime styles. Even like so, you can see what we're seeing on the screen right now. When they jump out and the water breaks for a flash, as soon as it bursts through the door, it's all sketch, and then it turns immediately into computer.
Like the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get to. Like kind of how they did in Spider-Verse, where each universe represented by a different art style. It just seems like this is just a big mashup, but this is clean. Everything is clean. It doesn't look like there was any expense spared on the animation. It doesn't look like it was done cheaply. It doesn't look like, hey, we're gonna live off the League of Legends trademark name and just kind of put out anything. Even the background animation for like the people when they're performing in front of the huge animated video screens looks amazing. That was a mixed style shot right there. You had hand drawn dirt and mountains with a computer animated Jeep, and it kind of reminds me of Gorilla's video 1999 to 2000 when they were in the Jeep and they're kind of going down the expressway. It kind of gave me a Gorilla's vibe throughout. Just the characters representing the different real life entities. Like the BAEKHYUN character doesn't look like BAEKHYUN, but you can kind of tell it's BAEKHYUN. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I
Definitely
thought
meant
this
to pay
was
homage.
I thought this was very well done. I thought it was very clean. I thought if I didn't know anything better about the game, I'd be interested. It's just not my sort of game. And even that character right there with the two color eyes looks like, if anybody's seen Arcane, he looks like the older guy who's the villain because he has the two different color eyes as well. Only he looks like a younger version. So maybe that's a tie-in to those characters. Because most of these games by this time, especially if they've been out for about maybe 4 or 5 years, and I think there's League of Legends been out for a good while, probably going on 10 years. The lore is probably bananas. So for those who like those aspects of a game, you can definitely get into the lore for that matter. I feel like I'm doing a commercial. You guys better cut us a check too, by the way. No, but all in like I thought this was definitely a dope. Even if this wasn't like League of Legends, just taking it as it is, this is a fire video.
Definitely.
Like by anybody's standards, this is a fire video. Like the animation is fast, it never gets choppy. The effects are clean. The smoke from the tires of the car looks like actual smoke.
Yeah.
Like the after trail from his eyes when he's moving fast is crazy. That overhead shot is just bananas. Then the mix of animation when the robot pops up and like uppercuts the donkey shit out of him. Like it's just well done and well thought out. Like it's just really, really good. And I can't speak on it enough, and I don't want to kind of just keep repeating the same thing. So at this point, I'm gonna cut it. But like this was really well done, and the song was fire too, in my opinion.
No, definitely well said. And I think a lot of people may perhaps underestimate kind of how hard it is to even replicate even like smoke from dirt tires because it's air. It's like hewing everywhere. So as far as like going in and pixelating kind of all the moments that you need to do. So it is definitely one of the fastest that's really hard to make look authentic. and they do a great job of that. So I appreciated that you also brought that up as well. Me personally, I had heard the song actually after having heard Gods and everything like that, just kind of some of the League lore and everything. But yeah, after hearing some of the League lore and just kind of having it pique my interest and everything. But I didn't actually like play the game or get to that point or anything at that matter. But it just the world and the world building and stuff. But anyway, as far as like the song itself, if I'm not mistaken, one of the characters or something I believe was like as far as lore and everything was kind of like brought back as a reveal through this or something like that. As far as like they brought so and so back. At least if memory serves correctly in that matter. So y'all let us know if you play or if any of those moments would have stood out to you as well. But
the way the video set up is probably the dude in the mask.
Maybe
what it seems like.
I don't want to speak on which character it is because I'm not entirely sure, but I would guess as well. But as far as the song itself, like I really love how they balance the aspects of the rap with the rock because I love like whenever people kind of mention like rock rap blends, you often hear maybe like Linkin Park or someone like that. But it's just like such a good blend for me because I love the artistry, I love rap styles and stuff like that. I love when artists are able to get kind of like full 16s or anything like that. The doubles, triples, similes, metaphors, all that stuff, and kind of the writing of everything, like just the poetry of rap in general is something I always appreciate. But then you can't sleep on like the production and the vocals that are kind of present in rock as well. So I just think that the way they fused kind of all those different styles, and then even the bridge, which was a bit more melodic, I suppose, as far as like I don't want to say mumble rappy or anything like that, but kind of I suppose I'll just lean on melodic in that regard. But they blended like 2 or 3 different styles easily, and it felt cohesive all the way throughout. So I really appreciated that. It was great to hear Beck's voice as well in this. So I can't even imagine the aspects of what that would have represented to whether they're fans of EXO or Beck in general or the game as well. Like just the fact that they were able to kind of get him as a vocalist on this. Like I thought his part was really great as well. And added to honestly what's a large part of the life, because the chorus has to represent a large part of the life force of kind of what if you akin this to like loading screen music and things of that nature, it definitely serves the purpose. Me personally, between the 2 songs as far as League of Legends, I gotta lean of course Gods on that regard, but I do like that the songs and the worlds almost feel so different in that regard, but it is cohesive at the same point. So I just think that only speaks to what the world building must be for the game and everything like that. But all in all, like I really appreciate it. I would say probably the first verse was actually my favorite. I like the confidence, I like the swag and everything like that. I think like he really stepped onto the scene and kind of made his presence felt. Yeah. But it was also calm and reserved at the same point. You know what I mean? Like he felt like he was almost just talking. But yeah, so he kind of set the tone right from the beginning for me. But yeah, like I thought they snapped on this. I do. Sadly, like it's kind of sucks because these groups or these artists probably aren't going to make like more music together because it was just kind of like a team up for this aspect. But so that is perhaps one of the downsides of stuff like this. But I do selfishly wish that there was kind of more blends of like that rock rap style. But who knows, and as you said, Zach, very very well, was the fact that the business side of this, of just kind of like how they're bridging all this. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, one of the headquarters or something of either Epic or something like that is in SK, as far as kind of some of the bridging of perhaps SK talent and some of the gaming choices and theme songs of that nature. So if nothing else, I just think that that's an incredible avenue for artists and everything like that to kind of hopefully have K-pop reach as many ears as possible.
So real quick, kind of something that you said, not having the opportunity to maybe do this again. So the great thing about business, if it works, we're going to, duplicate it. So perfect example, I talked about Arcane being like the animated show on Netflix for League of Legends. Popped off, well received, critically acclaimed. You know what I mean? Like #1 for weeks on Netflix. So not long after, struggling game, Cyberpunk 2077. Created an anime as well. Not the same type of style. It was more so traditional anime. Show was amazing. If you haven't got a chance to see Cyberpunk Edge Runners, I know this is not what this is for, but like check it out if you're an anime fan. If you like good storytelling, like check it out. But saved the game. Gave the game a second life. Brought more eyes to it. And because of that, other companies see purpose, see value in a market that was marginalized probably not long before. Because, I mean, let's be honest. A while ago, you tell somebody you watch anime, you were put into a little box of nerd, cosplay. Oh, you're one of those Wizard World or Comic-Con people, and your box was about this big and nobody cared. Or obviously, the world you're in definitely cares. But like it was outside looking in, we weren't, you know what I mean, looked at as the majority, or we weren't looked at as unless you knew, you weren't looked at as a market that we want to talk to or we want to advertise to, or we
This
want
is
to
like the
kind of
pinnacle
pull
of
in.
times to kind
Yes.
of be in for all that.
And I used to tell my daughter all the time, like, you got it lucky, man. I read comic books in school. I used to have to fight every recess, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was rough out here. Whereas, you know, you listen to K-pop now, you might have 6 or 7 friends by the end of lunchtime just because, oh, you listen to so-and-so? Yeah, I listen. And then now, like, it wasn't that way growing up. It was rough.
Yeah.
It was
It's
rough
also
out here.
inviting because you
Yes.
see people like actually passionate about it to where
Right.
it allows you to kind of like, you know, not
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to keep
Bring
it
your
guarded.
guard down.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Exactly.
Bring your guard down. But I think that the more this becomes popular, the more the response is positive, the more we're going to see these crossovers. Because let's be honest, and I said it earlier, these are natural, you know, progressions for this media. This is natural for this culture. Most of the people that play League of Legends, most of the people that are gamers, and you'll see them on Twitch, you'll see them whatever. So I'm not making this up. You can check it for yourself. They listen to like Jungkook, they listen to BTS, they listen to EXO, they listen to the Seraphim, they listen to, you know what I mean, you know, BAEKHYUN. They listen to all these groups because it's part of the culture. It's been embedded in part of the culture. So it makes perfect sense to do it. However, from a business standpoint of a company maybe full of a boardroom of older people who don't get it, for them to actually put faith in the culture to take and sustain and be able to give business, or, you know what I mean, like facilitate financially what they want to do with the culture, will only help it grow. So like, if I know that, hey, we got these two things that are naturally marriageable, normally I wouldn't, because, you know, they don't come out and show out. But here they are coming out, not only coming out and showing out, but putting up record numbers. I'm going to do that. So, like, you're more likely to see your favorite animes have animated, or your favorite, you know, games have animated shows. You're more than likely to see your favorite animes have games now. You're more than likely to see them have music videos by stars you recognize, and, you know, and actually, I don't want to say actually care about because that's asshole, but, you know, are recognizable. You know what I mean? You're more likely to see crossover, because now something like this, where, again, it might have been in this little niche culture, now gets expanded because anybody can hear it, and it's like, it's given on such a large scale now. It's no longer your little thing. You know what I mean? It's no longer your little part of the world, or, hey, you know, me and my group, or a small group of friends. No, this is something that everybody can now enjoy because you guys came and showed out. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I think I went long-winded, but yeah.
Wow. Shout out to you, Redeemers. Before we head out, though, I do want to drop one little knowledge, though. Kurt, you are right. SK is the headquarters to Blizzard, Capcom, EA Sports, Epic Games,
Okay.
and PUBG, and Riot Games. So
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
it's definitely over there. But Redeemers, please like, comment, subscribe. Head over to the Patreon. We have some exclusive stuff over there. A lot of lives that you guys would definitely enjoy. Even if you are a Patreoner, excuse me,
Patreon.
you can request some stuff. So whatever song you like, whatever song we didn't cover, request it. Make sure you joined though, and we will definitely cover it for you.
Love
Peace.
y'all. Take care.
Shit. Was that the last one, or
I was gonna try to do one more.
what time is it?
Interestingly enough, Epic has like a gaming award thing where they did a live with this
You
song
don't gotta stay
and with
until it's
Gods
21.
for League of Legends.
Yeah, it was up there.
Yeah.
It was
Killing
in
Voice
Can
is?
you take bro home?
Who, Keith?
Kurt.
I wasn't, because that's the opposite way.
Huh? Yeah. Cause I'm about to go right now. Are you going?
Whose Killing Voice is this?
G-Idol.
If I'm able to like get home, like
We could
I have
push
no
it
problem
to-
staying, but like I also don't want to like cut like your content or anything at the same point.
What day are you free this week, Keith?
Remember saying like just let me know. As soon as you let me know, so I can tell my manager I gotta cut out early.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. All right.
Tuesday? Okay.
Tell them.
Alright, cool.
Probably hit that.
Tuesday for sure. I can do anything.
I still do got physical therapy tomorrow too.
Yeah. Tuesday, I'm going to do something.